Fog Entertainment back again with another TV show review. We are looking at the Blackbird miniseries, which of course follows the tragic real-life events back in the 90s. Damn it, the 90s was pretty decent time to be alive, but not for certain people in this sad story. Of course, we are looking at the gruesome murders of Larry Hall and the story behind a certain James Keene, who is sent into prison, well, into a high security prison in order to get Larry Hall to confess to the location of the bodies and also just, killings in general. We've also got the likes of Ray Liotta in here, who is completely iconic, RIP to him. But we do begin this mini-series, and it is a mini-series, guys. It was very well done, but realistically, you can't do much with it. You can't really make a few seasons out of this, and I think 6 episodes was about right. But we are introducing ourselves to the character of Jimmy here, and we'll get talked about the butterfly effect, of how some things that seem completely unrelated in the end become very related, because we kick off with Jimmy in 1996. He's in Chicago and he's running drugs, but to be honest, the guy's running drugs, and there is a few times where you're made to feel sorry for him, and for me, I feel like, in terms of the situation he's been put in, but we'll get to a wee bit later on. His stepmom confronts him about it. You put your dad in here, and, you're really supposed to feel for Jimmy. he kind of did that, to be honest, guys. But we are seeing how a girl who got killed in Jimmy's life's come together. So Jimmy here, he's made it. He's got all the money. He's got all the drink. He can fuck whoever he wants. And then he manages to set a meet with Rog, but turns out Rog is got his wee friend Danny, and it turns out Danny stole from Rog, and in turn he kind of stole from Jimmy, but Jimmy's taking the brunt of this, and Jimmy, though, manages to talk Rog out of killing Danny, who was using a beanbag shotgun, which I thought was kind of cool. You thought he was kind of like killing him, but he wasn't. But it turns out this is going to be the beginning of the end by Jimmy. He goes out, he manages to bring a broad home. Giggity, giggity, goo, damn it. Big Jimmy. Not looking good for him here, is it? Let's be real. Is Big Jimmy looking good here? Because we're seeing him going through his morning routine, and he gets stormed by FBI agents, and he gets handcuffed and arrested. Oh, damn it. But for him, the prosecutor wants to make an example out of him. He's got stacks of cash, drugs, illegal firearms. Honestly, it's a question of, the guy's got illegal guns, even though it's America, he can own guns, but not these sort of guns. These are high-powered guns, damn it. You've got coke, you've got drugs, fucking all sort of blow, and then you've got, big stacks of cash. So, it looks like he's distributing, which of course he is, so it's not going to be good here. He would have originally got 2 years, but because of the guns, he's going to have to do the mid-range, which means he's going to have to serve 5 years, but he'll be out on 4 after good behaviour. But he does plead guilty, but, he was hoping for 5. But sadly for him, he is not gonna get 5, damn it. He is not gonna get the 5 years. He gets 10 years, so he feels absolutely betrayed. Of course, his dad, played by Ray Liotta, is playing the character of Big Jim Keene. He's a former police officer. He thought if he pleaded guilty to this, he would have only got the 5 years. Get out in 4 in good behaviour, but guess what? No. It does not work like that, big man. It does not work like that. But we don't really see his early couple of days in jail. We literally just get a 7-month time skip. Now, there is a few people here. You've got Lauren, who's a special agent. You've got Mr. Beaumont. And they are trying to get the kills, the locations, whatever, everything to do with Big Larry Hall. And they decide that Jimmy might be the best candidate for this. But we think initially that he's the only candidate, and it's just simply going to be whether or not he accepts to this. Say challenge. Of course, if he manages to get these confessions, he will be released. He will be free from jail. Would you take this? Well, the guy's in a pretty serious jail, high security. So, it is going to be an absolute, shit show. High security, the worst kind of people are in this jail, which is exactly why this big man is here, damn it. But it turns out he eventually decides to agree to it. but there's more candidates. And is it going to go down? Who knows? But, you know, the guy's apparently killed 14 women, but they only know the locations for one. By God, are we going to be able to sort this out? We then have a flashback into 4 years in the past. We're then introduced to a woman by the name of Jessica Roach, who's been found deceased in Indiana, having earlier gone missing on July 20th. Now, we're introduced to Sheriff Brian Miller, of course, who's played by Greg Kinnear. Big Greg Kinnear, man. What a guy. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. And then at this point, they think Larry has done it, but there is like a few other cases here where they think Larry's done it, but it turns out he's a serial confessor. And for me, if a guy's admitting to murders, most times he is going to be guilty. Like, there's so much evidence I feel like they just glossed over here. It reminded me of Dexter when, I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he admitted to being the ice truck killer, but he just wasn't. I mean, it's not just Dexter. There's numerous TV shows where you do get these like people who just admit to all these killings. But of course, for all these flashbacks, we do have Jimmy talking to his dad about should he do this, and his dad's like, yeah, but what happens if you get into a fight and they add another 10 years on? But then his dad takes a stroke, and this kind of forces his hand because Ray Liotta here has took a stroke. He probably won't be able to see him after 10 years, so he takes the deal, hoping that he'll be able to go out and see his father. So we'll see that. We'll see if it will go. We've got Larry here. You know, he's admitted to having dreams about killing women lately. He owns an 82 Dodge fan as well. I've been driving that around. The girls were pretty rude to me. Here is the guy, right? Literally talking about the fact that he's killed all these women, right? But a date in dreams. But there's like no guarantee here that you'll even be able to get the information from Larry, whether you're the police or whether you're Jimmy. But essentially, he's not happy here because if this is when Jimmy finds out there's other applicants. Sorry, Lauren no encourages him to do his homework, and I think this was a good ploy for her, where it seemed like she was the only option. Jimmy was the only option, but she like tried to bring up the idea of other candidates so he would do his homework and, you know, do a bit of proper revision, which for me worked. So yeah, later that night he opens and starts going through the details of the file. So yeah, I think Jimmy's going to learn it pretty quickly that this Larry Hall guy is not all up to what he said to be, man. But you know, also Larry Hall, we are introduced a wee bit into what he likes doing: Revolutionary War reenactments, Jessica Roach's disappearance, damn it. And Brian, though, is trying to connect the dots, and he figures out that there was a reenactment the day before she went missing. So each kind of figured that out, guys. But that's pretty much where episode 1 wraps up. Very good episode for a wee mini-series to start. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. Absolutely gets your attention pretty much straight away. But that's where we're going to leave this video, guys. So until next time, leave your thoughts down below. And 7 out of 10 for the pilot episode of Blackbird.